Hi, my name is Taya again. So I'm going to start with the first question. Talk about your family life and who makes up your family. So I'm grateful to say that my family life is pretty stable for the most part, but I am raised in a single parent household. And who I consider my family, like my immediate family, I would say my mom, my grandma, and my two dogs. I consider them part of my family. And how do I define a family? I define a family as a group of people who love each other unconditionally and try to help out each other the best way that they know how. Um, so the next question, how has the definition of what makes up a family changed in the last 50 years? So I definitely think back in earlier times, like in the early 1950s to 1970s, like there was a stereotypical family, like the mom, the dad, the two kids. The mom stayed at home, the dad went to work. So over the years, I think there's more acceptance towards different kinds of families. Like for example, me, I'm in a single parent household. I feel like back in earlier times that may not have been very typical. And also, like as mentioned in the lecture, there's same sex couples now who are able to have children, and that's how they have their families. So I think that's definitely a major change in the last 50 years. There's different types of families. There doesn't necessarily just have to be a mom and a dad and the two kids. There can be different sorts of families. And also, these days, I think there's less judgment and restrictions on what an ideal family is supposed to look like. There's more open minded people, and we're in an open minded sort of time. So people can have a different sort of family and they don't get judged harshly for it as I feel like they would in an earlier time. The next question, using the article on U.S. birth rates, talk about why people are electing to have less children or no children at all, and is this a new trend for families or is it more permanent? So in the article, it's on U.S. birth rates. It says how since the 1970s, the number of babies born has been inconsistent. There's been a general decline, but also spikes and sudden dips. So I think as time goes on and we're getting into we are in a more modern age, people, especially women, have more freedom and independence. So women can choose whether or not they want to have a child, and they don't get judged for it. Especially since the feminist movement, women have they choose what they want. They don't feel like they have to have children and stay at home like it was in 1950s and 1970s. Women felt like they were trapped in their own home, and that's where they had to be. They had no freedom, and whether they wanted to have a family or not, where now it's more accepted if you don't want to have a family. Um, I think this is a more permanent type of thing because we're in a new age, and I don't believe we'll return to that old way of thinking. I feel like we can only move forward, and since this is a new age, I feel like this is a permanent type of thinking. So, thank you.